Hi everyone, and welcome to week 8 of the Tourism Management English class, and this week is your midterm week. So the video this week is just going to give you some instructions about the midterm exam and also give you some instructions about our class assignment for this week as well. So no change at the moment. Online classes are still going to continue to week 9. Everybody, let's hope we can be back in the class at the start of week 10. So the date at the moment is May 25th. We'll be doing this week's exam by video call. We all know that. The questions will be based on the topics we've studied so far. So last week I explained the 3 different topics for the exam. I've already posted your exact exam time on the Kakao group, and at the end of this presentation you can check those times again. You're going to complete a short assignment on the e-learning website this week as well. Very short. It should only take you 5 or 10 minutes. But the questions are related to your spoken exam questions. To prepare, I think things that are useful, well, obviously your textbook, but I think that the documents from the e-learning site are probably more useful. The three assignments that we're dealing with, giving prices, talking about hotels, and your hometown. A lot of information you've already done in the assignments you can use for your exam. So, today's stages will be going over the exam details. I'll tell you again about the questions, give some tips, how to prepare answers, and then explain this week's assignment. So, as we told you last week, I will video call each student for a 3 to 4 minute exam. The way I have planned it, each question should last about 1 minute. If you're going over that, you've prepared too much. If it's less than that, you've prepared too little. So we can use Kakao video chat, Zoom or Skype. Again, I gave you the assignment last week where you could put your preferred way to contact you. So there'll be 3 different things we'll talk about during the exam. We'll be talking about products and prices, hotels, and your hometown. So again, like I told you about last week, this part of the exam, I will be asking you about one of these 4 things. So I'm probably going to start the conversation with something like this. Where's a good place to buy coffee? And maybe your answer is, well, I think Idia is a good place. Then I might ask, well, what kinds of coffee can you get in Idia? And you could answer, oh, they have many types of coffee, but my favorite is cappuccino. And maybe I would ask you, how much does it cost? Or how often do you buy coffee? Or who do you go to the coffee shop with? So basically, the conversation is going to be about 1 minute, and it will be about only one of these 4 topics. Okay, so that's the way that we will do part 1. I will be asking the questions and you will be giving me the answers. In part 2, you have to prepare. So hopefully by now you have prepared. You went on to Trivago and you found a good hotel, and you've got all of the information about it. So this part here, I will just start the question by saying, can you tell me about your hotel? This part, you should just be speaking and you should go on to describe your hotel. Again, this should take around about 1 minute. So you should maybe start. The name of the hotel is, it is located in. A single room costs around, and the suite is this, and a double room, or whatever. The rooms have lots of facilities, including hairdryer, full cable TV, trouser press, and whatever else you can think of. And then you should go on. The hotel has great guest facilities, which include a swimming pool, spa, 3 bars, 2 restaurants, and whatever else you can think about. So this part, I'm not going to be doing any of the speaking. This is going to be just you. So once I tell you to describe the hotel, you should try to be speaking for around a minute. Again, if I think your description is too short, I'll ask some questions. If I think your answer gives enough detail, I won't ask any questions. So that's how we should be preparing part 2. Then part 3, your hometown. And so you're going to start by giving me some basic information about your hometown. So I think this part should take you about 15 seconds maybe. So let's say you say, my hometown is called Ansan. It is located on the west coast of Korea, about 20 kilometers from Seoul. There are lots of things to see in Ansan. For example, and you would give maybe 2 or 3 examples. Now, once you've given your short basic information, I will then ask you maybe 1 or 2 questions about your hometown. So these questions might be things like, what's the best thing about your hometown? Or maybe, do you prefer your hometown to Incheon? Or maybe, where's the best place to go? Are there lots of facilities in your hometown? So the questions are always going to be about something in your hometown. You just have to be prepared to listen to that question carefully and try to give your answer as best you can. So that will be part 3. Now, I will be grading your answers in 4 different ways. So first of all, comprehension. Did you understand the tasks and give relevant answers? So basically this is about understanding what I asked you to do for each part. The second thing, fluency. Was your speaking smooth and did it use good intonation? So intonation is your voice moving up and down. Language use. Was your speech easy to understand with clear pronunciation, good use of grammar and vocabulary? So this here, think about speaking nice and slowly, nice and clearly, making it simple for me to understand. And finally, detail. How much information did you give in your answers? So if you're only telling me very small amounts of information and I'm having to ask lots of questions, then that's not a lot of detail. But if you can speak for maybe 1 minute on your hotel, that's enough detail there. So the more detail you give, the better. Now, I will try to be generous in my scoring, as I know a lot of you haven't been able to practice speaking during our online classes. So I'm going to be generous. I'm not going to be hard. I don't think anybody is going to get an F in this exam, as long as you do your best. But the only way you can score an F in the exam is, well, two ways. You don't answer my video call, or the other way is you just don't speak or you don't say anything. So as long as you try to give me some answers, everybody's going to pass the exam. But obviously there's going to be different grades. Some of you are going to do a really good job. Some of you are going to do an okay job. So I will be generous, but I'll try not to give any Fs. Now, you're also going to have an assignment this week. I've put this onto the e-learning website, and I just want you to write some short answers to the 3 questions here. So, where do you think is the best place to buy a burger, and why? Do you prefer large chain hotels or small boutique hotels, and why? What is the best thing about your hometown? So I don't want you to give me a long essay here. I just want you to give some short answers explaining a little bit. So I've given you an example here. This is the kind of answer I would be happy with. So I've answered question 2. Do you prefer large chain hotels or small boutique hotels? I prefer small boutique hotels because they look unique and the service is usually more personal than I would get in a large chain hotel. So all I've done, answered the question and given 2 reasons. It looks unique, the service is good. So I don't want you for this part writing a long essay. No, we've done enough of that already. Just a nice short answer for each of the 3 questions. So again, something like this, where do you think is the best place to buy a burger? Maybe I would say I think the best place to buy a burger is Burger King, because the meat in Burger King tastes much better than other restaurants, and also they have better fries than other restaurants. What is the best thing about your hometown? Well, maybe the best thing about my hometown is my friends. A lot of my friends still live there, and it's good to see them when I visit. So we're not looking for very long answers, just something nice and short for this week's assignment. So just an exam reminder, it'll be an online midterm exam. We can use Kakao, Skype or Zoom. The questions will be based on topics we've studied. You're going to see your exam times at the end of this video. You will complete a short assignment on the e-learning website. And again, if you've got any questions about the exam, please ask them before your exam time. You can send a message to the group chat, send me a direct message, but please, if there's anything that you're uncertain about, please ask before I call you for your exam. Here's the exam times for each group. So I'll just leave these on the screen for a short while. So just check your name, check your student number and the time. You'll notice each student has a 5-minute time. I'm hoping the exam will take about 3 to 4 minutes, and then the other minute is for me to call the next student. So those are the A class times. Here are the B class times. So again, check your name, check your time. Here are the C class times. Check your names, check your time. Here are the D class times. And here are the H class times. So you'll notice all of these are during your normal class time. A class, Wednesday, May 13th. B class, Thursday, May 14th. C class is on Thursday, May 14th. The D class is on Tuesday, May 12th. And H class, you are also on Tuesday, May 12th. So that's everything about the exam. Again, if you've got any questions, just send me a message and I'll answer any questions you have about the exam. So, nothing more to say this week, everybody. I will be speaking to you all very soon. So, everyone, good luck with the exam.